It's over. Do you hear me? It's over. Stop trying to bring it back. You can't save what's already gone. This is your reality now. No prayers, no wishes, no amount of hoping will change it. Stop wasting time on things that are already buried. You've been digging up the past for too long, hoping it'll come back to life. It won't. You think that if you try hard enough, shout loud enough, beg long enough, you'll fix what's broken. But that's the mistake. You're trying to save what's meant to stay in the past. Not everything can be fixed. Not everyone deserves to be saved. You're holding on to ashes, and they're only weighing you down. Let it go. Not for them, but for you. You're not a hero, and life is not a story where everything turns out perfect. This is real life. Sometimes it's tough, cold, and quiet. You've always known this. Stop pretending you haven't. You're not like them, and you never will be. Do you think they'd have saved you if the tables were turned? No. They'd watch you struggle and leave you behind without a second thought. You've seen it. Felt it. So why keep carrying their weight? Why bleed for people who wouldn't bleed for you? You owe them nothing. No more time, no more tears, no forgiveness. Let them deal with their own mess. You've got your own battles to fight. And you won't win them by holding on to the past. Cut the ties. Let it go. You don't need it. You never did. What are you afraid of? Being alone? You've always been alone. The people you thought were your friends, they were just shadows. They were there when things were good, but they disappeared when life got hard. You can't depend on shadows. You depend on yourself. You've always depended on yourself, and look at where that's gotten you. You're still here. Still breathing. Still moving forward. That's enough. Let the pain fuel you. Let the anger become your fire. Don't run from it. Don't hide it. Use it. Let it push you to be better. That's all you need. Not their approval. Not their love. Just the fire inside you. The fight. That's what keeps you going. That's what makes you stronger. Stop waiting for them to notice. They won't. Stop hoping they'll care. They never did. And that's okay. You don't need them. You don't need their pity or their applause. You've got yourself. That's enough. It always has been. Look around. Look at everything you've survived. The betrayals. The losses. The heartache. And yet, you're still here. Still moving. Still fighting. That's what matters. Not what they think. Not their opinions. You are what matters. You keep searching for meaning in places that don't have it. Stop. The meaning is in the struggle, in the climb, in the silence. That's all you need. Wear your scars proudly. Embrace the wounds. They're proof you're still here. Proof you're stronger than everything life has thrown at you. And you are strong. Stronger than their hate. Stronger than their words. They couldn't break you. They tried, but you're still standing. And that's what they hate most. That's why they left, not because you were weak, but because you were too strong for them to handle. So stop playing their games. Don't let them drag you into their mess. Let them destroy themselves. You've got your own path to walk. Walk it, even if you walk it alone. It's better that way. No one holding you back. No one weighing you down. And if loneliness creeps in, let it. Let it remind you of who you are. Let it remind you of everything you've survived. Think back to those nights when you thought you couldn't go on. Or the days you thought you'd fall apart. You didn't. You're still here. Still breathing. Still fighting. So keep fighting. For yourself. Not for them. Not for anyone else. Just for you. That's all you need. That's all you've ever needed. Stop trying to fix what's already gone. Let it go. Keep moving forward. That's how you win. That's how you survive. Let the past stay buried. Let the pain sharpen you. Let the fire guide you. And never, ever look back. What's behind you is over. What's ahead, that's yours to take. That's yours to conquer, so go ahead. Take it. Conquer it. And don't stop until nothing stands in your way. Look how far you've come. Do you think they expected this? Do you think they ever thought you'd make it? No. They wanted you to break. They wanted you to disappear. But you didn't. You stayed. And that's what eats at them. They thought you needed them. Thought you'd fall apart without them. But you didn't. You found a way. You didn't just survive, you thrived. And that's your revenge. That's your power. You've been through so much. Life has thrown every obstacle in your path, tried to tear you down, make you question your worth. Yet, here you are, still standing, still fighting. And that's the first thing you need to realize. They didn't break you. They tried, but you didn't break. You're not some fragile thing that shatters at the first sign of hardship. You're made of something stronger. The more life tries to knock you down, the more it shapes you into something powerful. The scars? They're not signs of weakness. They're proof that you've survived. Proof that you endured more than most people ever will. You've been tested, and you've passed every test. No matter how painful, no matter how overwhelming it felt at the time, you came out on the other side. There's a power in that, a strength that's built when you refuse to quit. When you keep going, even when the world tells you it's over. When everything in you screams to give up, and yet, you find a way to push through. That's where true strength lies. Not in the easy moments, not in the times when everything's going your way, but in the tough moments. The moments where you can barely see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you keep moving forward, step by step, because you know that if you stop, you lose, and you're not a loser. You've never been one. There's nothing weak about you, no matter what anyone says or does. People will try to break you down. They'll try to make you feel small, insignificant. But the truth is, they're afraid of your strength. They're afraid of how much you've endured. They're afraid because they know you're capable of more than they'll ever be. So let them say what they want. Let them make their judgments. Their words are empty. They don't know you. They don't understand the battles you've fought, the nights you've spent awake, fighting your own thoughts. They don't know the courage it takes just to get out of bed some days, to face the world after everything you've been through. They don't know that the reason you're still here is because you decided you would be. You decided to fight back. You decided that your story wasn't over yet. And you're right. Your story isn't over. The truth is, it's only just beginning. The chapters ahead are filled with possibilities. They're filled with growth, with new experiences, with lessons learned and wisdom gained. Everything you've been through, it was preparation. It was molding you into the person you're becoming. Every setback was a setup for a comeback. And your comeback is going to be bigger, better, and stronger than anything you could have ever imagined. Right now, you may feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Like everything is piling up, and there's no way out. But I'm telling you, you've got what it takes to move mountains. Maybe not all at once, but piece by piece, day by day, you'll move those mountains. Every time you face a challenge and push through it, you're building your strength. Every time you take a step forward, no matter how small, you're getting closer to the life you want. So when you face the hard times, and you will, because life will always throw challenges your way, remember what you're made of. Remember that you've been through worse. You've overcome things that most people would have crumbled under. And yet, here you are, stronger than before. You're not just surviving anymore. You're thriving. You're finding your purpose. You're on a journey that only you can walk, and the world better watch out, Because you're not stopping, let me remind you of something. The pain you've been carrying is not your burden to keep. Pain is something you feel, but it doesn't define you. It's just a chapter, not the whole book. The more you let it go, the lighter you'll feel. You don't have to carry it forever. It doesn't serve you. The hurt, the anger, the disappointment, it's just baggage. And you're strong enough to put it down. You're strong enough to walk without it. You've been holding it for so long because you didn't know how to let go. But now, you know. Let it go. Leave it behind. It's only holding you back. This journey, the one you're on, is all about shedding the weight that's been holding you back. It's about growing into the person you were always meant to be. And along the way, you'll find that things you once thought you couldn't live without aren't really that important after all. The approval of others? That doesn't matter. The opinions of people who don't have your best interests at heart? Let them fade into the background. What matters now is your vision, your goals, your dreams. The road ahead may not always be easy, but it will be worth it. And you're going to make it. You're going to take the challenges, the struggles, and turn them into stepping stones. Every obstacle you face will just make you more determined, more driven. Don't let anything or anyone stop you. Not the doubts, not the fears, not the voices telling you it can't be done. You're stronger than all of it. You have within you the power to create a life that's true to who you are. A life that's not defined by what others think of you or by the mistakes you've made. A life that's shaped by your strength, your choices, and your relentless drive to keep going. The world doesn't owe you anything, but you owe it to yourself to chase after everything you've ever dreamed of. So keep moving forward. Keep fighting. Keep pushing. And never stop believing in yourself. Because when you believe in yourself, there's nothing you can't achieve. You've already proven that. Remember, the battle isn't over yet. You're still in it. And you're going to win. Not just because you're capable, but because you've already survived the hardest part. You've survived the darkness, the struggles, and the pain. You faced everything that's tried to break you, and you're still here, standing tall. And that's what matters most, and it's tempting, isn't it? To look back and wonder, what if things had been different? What if you had taken a different path? What if you had made different choices? But here's the thing, it doesn't matter anymore. The past is done. It's been written, it's been lived. There's no point in holding on to something that's already passed. You can't rewrite it. You can't go back. But what you can do is control the now. The present moment. And that's where all your power lies. You're standing at the crossroads of your life right now. Every choice you make from this moment forward is yours to decide. The future isn't something that's set in stone. It's fluid, it's open. You get to shape it with every decision, with every step you take. And as long as you keep moving forward, that future is going to be bright. So stop wasting energy on regrets. Stop wasting time on what you should have done. The only thing you can do is what's in front of you. Right now, the power is in the present. That's where your growth happens. That's where the magic begins. You felt the sting of failure, haven't you? Everyone has. It's a part of life, a part of growing. The difference is how you handle it. Some people let failure define them. They let it break them. But you've learned to use it. You've learned that failure isn't the end. It's simply a stepping stone. It's a lesson. It's a tool to build your future, your success. Every failure is an opportunity for you to rise higher. Every mistake is a lesson learned, a piece of wisdom added to your journey. That's the mindset that will get you places. Not perfection. Not success without struggle. But the courage to keep going, the strength to stand up every time you fall. And you will fall. You'll stumble. You'll face setbacks. But here's the thing, you've got a fire inside you. No storm is strong enough to put it out. No failure is big enough to make it go dark. That fire is yours. It's in you, always has been. And it's what's going to push you forward. It's easy to feel like you're lost sometimes.